Former President Donald Trump just announced that he would support federal funding for IVF. Can I get your reaction to that?
Well, I think he supports women, and he always has supported women. We have to think about how we're supporting health and wellness of all of us ladies. And I have 3 girls, I have 3 boys, and he's really focusing on the family. He wants to build strong, healthy families.
Former President Donald Trump announced that he is going to have federal funding for IVF.
That under the Trump administration, your government will pay for, or your insurance company will be mandated to pay for, all costs associated with IVF treatment, fertilization for women.
Can I get your reaction to that?
Ooh. So I have twin boys who are 14 years old, and they are a product of IVF, and I tell people about it proudly. Fortunately, we were fortunate to have really good insurance that covered about 90% of it. But I know a lot of other people who struggle to, refinance home equity loans on their houses and took out loans. I think to save our future in America and encourage family growth, rather than what the left wants opposite, they want population control.
When Trump is trying to make a change to communities, he pushed IVF, because some people, they don't have children. They want children, but they need help. They need assistance, which is a great opportunity for people to have a family.
Finding creative ways to fund IVF is amazing. I think it's a really great step forward. I would need to learn more about it, because I have reservations about, just blindly funding and handing over money and giving money. But the idea of it I like, but I'd really like to know more about how it would be funded.
How can we, as a country or our politicians, promote larger families, actually promote having children?
We've come so far away from that, and I don't understand why. When we see what happens in nations and other countries when you only have 1 child, when you only have 2 children, and they're struggling. Now they're looking and begging to say, hey, we need 3. There's not enough. And a workforce. I own a small business. Having bigger families helps us, especially in the United States, to build a workforce, to take care of your parents, your aging parents. So I would say we need to go back to focusing on the family and stop making it something that sounds like a burden.
I think we need to support women who are struggling, to get pregnant and to stay pregnant, and then also throughout their pregnancy, and provide education, parental education, support them. I was at a local community event where there's a ministry called Align Ministry in Pennsylvania that provides free prenatal care, ultrasounds, pregnancy tests, free diapers and wipes, and free health care and support, parental training for moms and dads. So I think more of that.
Just because you can't have children without support doesn't mean you shouldn't deserve to have children.
I'm just going to say that again, because we've done too much to make it seem like being a mom is a bad thing. I am a full-time mom first, and I love every second of it. So 2 children, 3 children, that's a blessing, not a burden. So we have to change that narrative and encourage those families.